joining me on my colouring quest. Today I want to, and hopefully also finish, this page, which is from A Million Sea Creatures by Lulu Mayo. I have yet to even do any pictures in this, and I've had it almost a year, as I received it last Christmas, and for some reason I just keep putting off colouring a page. But I saw this page and I thought it was perfect, but at the same time it is a double page, so I thought, oh gosh, that's gonna be like forever. So I have thought it out, and I am going to use I have this little Derwent pastel shades watercolour pan, and yeah, I think I've only ever used this once before. I got it in a art box. I think it was called Scrawler Box, but I don't actually do it where you get them like monthly. I just bought it in one of their sales. Yeah, so I'm thinking if I cover that in watercolour, that's like an hour less work. And I am also planning to use some KJ Designs by Karen watercolours. I have a few colours in here, and I think I want to use them on some of the, oh my gosh, seaweed, sea plant type things that are at the bottom. So that is my plan anyway. But first of all, I have to decide exactly, am I going to do the whole of it with watercolour over it or leave gaps? I think I'm going to try and go around most of it, but I think I might go over the whole page with like a light blue first, because then when I colour everything else in it, it's going to give it that sort of, it'll still have the watercolour colour in it, if that makes sense. So the water's blue and they'll have a blue undertone to all of them. So that actually makes sense. That's just popped into my head, so it was a bit random, but that will work. So if you just give me a moment, I will finish setting up my things and then I shall start. So I hope you're all doing well. Hopefully this blue isn't going to be too dark. Well, I can always water it down, but at the same time, I have no idea how this paper handles water. So this could go really badly. Probably should have watched somebody else use them watercolour in this book, but oh, that is very, very blue. That is more blue than I was expecting. So let's spread that out. I'm going to try and not use too much water as well, for again the reason I don't know how this book handles water. But at the moment it seems fine, but again, this is just one layer. But I am going to let it dry like after each colour. My lighting just went a bit dull then. I don't know if you picked that up or not, but my eyes noticed it. And then we have it brighter again. That is strange. Yeah, I haven't been able to get like quite a few of the pages that I wanted to colour done. I've done the Christmas Dragon from the Colour in Heaven book, which was the one I mostly wanted to colour, because that was the one that was picked to be coloured on here. So that was good that I finally got that done. But I really wanted to colour the one in the Forest Girl book, and I don't think I'm going to get a chance to do that because it is a Christmas page and I'm kind of like, once Christmas Day is done, I'm not going to want to colour Christmas pages unless they're already started. And there is not many days left until Christmas, which is like, how fast did that come around? I probably should have used a bigger brush. Huh. This may take a while, but that's okay. I think that's okay. I've been seeing loads of Christmas illustrations being coloured, and I love seeing them. I love seeing any pictures coloured, but when you see people's Christmas and they're always so like cheerful and jolly, and I've been enjoying watching JI Colorists, the Matchstick Mouse videos. She is colouring one a day, which, wow, one page in a day. That is something I definitely could never even think of being able to do. And yeah, she's doing great. I'm enjoying those videos a lot. I have yet to watch today's video. I might have to watch that one tomorrow. But yeah, and I love the way she like adds to the page, like, or she adds a lot of backgrounds, which are always fun to see. And I like the fact that she colours them like not in a way that I would necessarily think of colouring them, which again, I like seeing how other people colour. It's not like I just watch how I colour, because that would be boring, wouldn't it? If you only watched people colour that colour the same way as you. I don't think anybody colours exactly the same anyway. Let's go over to this page. But yeah, I'm having fun watching those. And yeah, there's somebody else that was doing one a day. I can't remember who it was. But yes, yeah, like I said, I can't imagine being able to complete one every single day of the month. Well, I think there was 24 or 25, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think even every other day would be a challenge for me, because I like to add shading, lots and lots of shading. I'm going to try and keep this one minimal shading. That's why I've gone in with the watercolour, to make things to start with a bit more simple. And I'm going to, like I said, use a lot of glitter watercolours on this down here. So hopefully that will stop me from needing to shade a bit of this. I'm surprised my page hasn't curled. This is handling the water quite well. I say that and then it'll start. I always tend to jinx myself. Yeah, I got one last day of work, and then I am off for Christmas, which is really nice. You know, when you just like a well needed break. But yeah, tomorrow should go really fast as well, because it's busy. It has been so much more busier this year than it was last year, and I don't know why. Everything seems to get booked at the same time, and then for some reason this year they've booked more. Right, that is my I'm not bothered about it having little patches in it because I'm going to be using some of the other colours in the background anyway. And I love all the little doodly doodly animals that are in between these, like seahorse unicorns or yeah, I can't think of a fun little name for that. That is not my forte at all. Like fun little nicknames for animals. Nope. I tend to just name things what they are, and if I don't know, then that's the only way you're gonna get anything different. Like this little one here, that looks like how they draw the little octopus in Finding Nemo. It is an octopus, isn't it? I used to love that character and now I can't even remember what her name was. Yeah, so I'll have to probably add pinks to that little one. So yeah, I'm going to let that dry, and I think whilst that's drying I'll get something to eat, and hopefully that won't stop me from coming back, because you know what happened last time. It was a day later then. Hopefully that won't happen today because I'm prepared to get a lot of this done. I say that now, very wishfully thinking. So I will be back in a bit, but a couple of seconds for you. Alright, so I'm back, and luckily it is the same day. So I'm proud of myself for that, for eating and actually coming back. It sounds like something silly, but it doesn't happen very often. If I go and eat, I normally am like, okay, and then I'll wait 20 minutes, and then I'll do it, and then I get into something else. So I have noticed that it has flicked up a little in the corners, but like hardly anything. So that is a good sign to me. And I've also noticed that my paints have dried up extremely quickly, considering I put water on all these colours that I wanted to use. Right, I am now going to use, right, I didn't even say before, did I? I doubt anybody's following along, but if there is, just this colour here is the turquoise, and I'm about to go in with the cornflower blue. This is a very sort of strange colour palette that they provide with this set, but I cannot be bothered to do my own, so that will have to do. So I'm going to use this cornflower blue, yes, cornflower blue, right at the very top and the very bottom of the page. So I'm just, again, these are pastel shades, so I'm hoping they'll kind of stay that way. If I want to add any bit of sort of vibrancy, I can do that with some pencils, I think. Right. I'm just going to blend that in. Because it is watercolour, I think they do like reactivate, which is good for me in these circumstances. And I'm still not bothered if I get it on these, because like I said, they're going to have different colours on them anyway. And all these little bubbles, they're going to probably be Posca penned to make them white, so I'm not bothered if I go over those either, because Posca pen goes over watercolour really easily. Well, that's how it is in my experience anyway. Right, so I'm going to again dab some of this to go upwards wipe the paint off, lift some of it up. It just makes it look like it blends more. Like I don't need it. It's water, it's always flowing. Sorry, the Pocahontas song just came into my head. I still need to colour in that Disney book that I bought. New Year. And I think that I am going to plan on letting, like putting up a poll, each month maybe, to let people choose a picture for me to colour on here, because I enjoyed that last time with the Christmas dragon. And yeah, it gives you something that you want to watch other than me just coming on here and colouring whatever I want to be colouring. And that might make me colour like a page that I thought, oh, I like that page, I want to colour that page, but maybe next time. Because that's how the dragon was. I wanted to colour it, but at the same time there was a lot going on, so I would have put that off. I definitely would have put that off. But you guys all picked it, and then it got done. So I really like that. So hopefully I'll do one of those a month. We might get to the point where it's not every month, but for now, in my mind, it's every month. I'll put like 3 books up, and then after the book's been chosen, I'll let you pick from like 3 pages. So I haven't decided what I'm colouring in January yet. I'm still trying to colour through what I want to colour in December, which isn't gonna get done. I've coloured actually most of the pages that I wanted to colour. I really wanted this one finished by now though. But, yeah, hopefully filming it'll get done, because like I said in other videos, I find that when I'm filming it motivates me to complete a page, which is probably why I've chose this double page for this video, because double pages obviously take longer, and I want this one done because I want a page completed in this book, but at the same time it's like, why am I not colouring in this book? It's like Lulu Mayo's other books. I don't have them all. I think I have about 4 or 5 different ones, and like I think 3 of them aren't coloured in yet, and I don't know why, because they're amazing. Like the illustrations are fun, some of them are detailed and some of them not so detailed. Right, I'm struggling to see where this bit's here. But then this guy's got loads of things. I think it's like this. Like that, and then like that. Yeah, that'll do. I do like these colours together. I mean, there's a reason they're in the set together, but I like it when it works out. Because that doesn't always happen, does it? Sometimes you pick 2 colours that look like they'll go, and then disaster, and you're there fixing. I'm hoping all of you are ready for Christmas now, if you're celebrating it, because there's not much time left. We just got the Christmas food shop done, which, oh my god, it's already like madness in shops, like so busy. So many more cars around as well. I don't drive, so, but I notice it like when crossing over the roads and stuff, even with using traffic lights, it's like, wow, So many more cars. It doesn't help though that the weather's a bit crap, so more people are using their cars to get about rather than walking. Because yeah, if I had a car, which I never will because I don't want to drive, but if I had a car, I'd definitely be picking these past few days to be using a car. Because yeah, and today is like really windy. I noticed like on my way home from work today, there was a like there's a bit of greenery, and it has like rows of trees going down the middle, and they're like really big trees, and one of them had one of its main branches like literally snapping off of it because of the wind. And I was just thinking, wow, that's got to take some power to like affect that tree, because those trees, I don't know how old they are, but you know when you look at these sorts of trees and you're just like, yeah, they're strong. But yeah, it's still affected by this wind. It's literally just snapping off. You know when it sort of goes up and then branches out, like one of the big trunks down at the bottom, one of the big branches, yeah, it was literally snapped off and touching the ground. If it had been higher up, it would have probably snapped it all the way off. But yeah, and today was bin day, so all the bins after they've been emptied have literally been falling all over the place. I walked up the street and literally there was not one bin left standing, and I was like, I need to go pick our bin in, but my dad had done it, so that was nice. Yeah, I don't mind the wind and I don't mind the rain, but I hate it when they're together. Luckily today it was not raining. I was happy about that. But tomorrow morning it's supposed to rain, and I'm hoping it will hold off until I get to work, or not be heavy, or not be so windy. I haven't actually looked at the wind. I saw that it was going to rain and then I was just like, oh no. But yeah, quite honestly, I'd welcome some snow to make it feel Christmassy, because it's actually quite warm as well at the minute, which I don't think it's normally this warm in December. It might just be me though. I have heard other people complaining it's cold. But I don't tend to feel the cold as much as a lot of people, so yeah. Just suck up a bit more of that because that's going up there a bit too dark. And again, the paper has held up. I can see it kind of curling at the end, so I think I'm adding an appropriate amount of water and not overdoing it. Because this side has gone up so high, I think I might need, you know, when you like to make things a bit more symmetrical. When you don't need to, but you want to anyway. Just bring that up there a little bit. Oh, that little guy's cute. But yeah, I'm liking this colour combination a lot. So I do want to put a bit of this colour at the top as well. I just like to have it not framed as much, but almost like it's framed. Right, I'm going to work from this side. I'm just going to dab a bit on there because I had a lot on my brush. I'm not going to go down as far. I will be dabbing some of this off. I'm just going to sort of smush it about. Yeah, I cannot wait to have like Christmas and New Year's just as a break. I had to book some holiday to be able to do it because we do work on that little stretch between Christmas and New Year, like after Boxing Day and that. But I worked that last year, so this year I was allowed to have it off. They tried to do it so that like one year some people get it off and then the next year they'll be working and the other people can sort of have it off. There are some people that have to have it off because of like they care for somebody or something, and where they normally go is shut and stuff like that, which is perfectly acceptable. I don't mind that at all, because that's a legitimate reason. It's if people would have it off every year that didn't have situations like that, that would bother me. But there's nobody like that where I work, so that's really nice. I think they sort of plan that out quite nicely, if I'm honest. So next year I'll be working it, but next year it's like you're working on the Monday, then you have Christmas and Boxing Day off, and then you're working again for like Thursday and Friday, because next year Christmas and Boxing Day I think is on a Tuesday and Wednesday, so that's gonna be weird. I'm just hoping my buses are running because this year Christmas Eve is on a Sunday, so they don't, and I think it's Sunday service, but because next year Christmas Eve is the Monday, I'm not sure if it's still going to be Sunday service or it'll be like a normal weekday service. I'm hoping it's a normal weekday service because then I'll be able to get all my normal buses. But when it's Sunday service, we don't get many buses to the area I live from the town, and I already have to wait an hour for each bus if I want to fully go home, or I can catch another bus and then like walk a bit. But yeah, when it's Sunday service, I can't get the bus right home at the time I finish work, so I have to get that one where I have to walk a bit. And obviously when you've just finished work and if the weather's not great, you just want to get all the way home, don't you, in like one big go. But yeah, that's next year anyway. Got to get through this year first. One more day. Sorry, I getting excited. I do like Christmas for the family time, you know, because that's now that like everybody's like an adult and everything, you don't get to always see everybody at the same time. So it'll be nice. Let me just take a bit of that off of the balloons actually. I don't need that on there. That's what I like about watercolour paint. You can just lift it off with literally a bit of water and a paintbrush, and it just blends nicely back to how it was. I don't think I want as much blue on this guy either. Just in his face area. He's so cute. You got these little guys in there as well, but he's actually sort of hiding. Take a bit off of him. Bit off my head. That's if I take the dark bits off some of these. I like that. There's going to be a lot of glitter on this page though. I need to check to see if I press record. Oh, thank goodness. I had a really bad feeling then, because I come back after eating. Oof. So I'm going to have to let this dry again before I can go in with... I don't know whether to do my pencil first or do my glittery watercolour, because I know sometimes the glitter can like come off on your hand if you lean on it. And why did I just put my hand on like the page? Oh, seriously. But yeah, I don't know whether to or not, because I might end up just spreading the glitter around. But then is spreading the glitter around a bad thing? Because it's going to have a lot of glitter on this anyway. Oh no. I'm going to start procrastinating. I can feel it. What's the time? £7:25. I'm trying to think, because I have a couple of things I need to do. I think I'm going to add some of the sparkles. This could be a bad idea, but I want to. So I have my KJ designed by Karen. I only recently got these, like not too long ago, and I only have a few colours. As you can see here, I'm a bit confused. I ordered this colour, which I'm calling bronze green because that is what it says on it, but I was sent this colour down here which had bronze green written on it as well, which is actually, I think, bronze gold. I was sent that by accident, and then I was sent a replacement, which was really nice because they actually pointed out the mistake themselves and wanted to correct it. And yeah, I probably wouldn't have noticed. I did notice that the colour was different to what I had ordered, but you know, I thought it was just my screen showing me a slightly different shade of green, because yeah. But yeah, that got all sorted out. Really nice, good customer service, I must say. And yeah, I am very pleased with the colours I got. I did pick sort of colours that I knew I would want to use around Christmas, like silvers, reds, blues, greens, because that was my immediate thought. What I wanted to try these paints for a long time, but then I kept thinking, what colours do I want? And then when Christmas was finally arriving, I was like, this is the perfect time to pick colours. So I am going to, I think, use some lake blue, some of the navy purple, and I do really like this bluebird colour. I think I want to stick with the blues. I might add in one of the greens, but that bezel, oh my gosh, that has so much sparkles in it. I don't know if this is picking it up, but yeah, they're really sparkly. But if I use any of that bezel, I will add that one at the end, because that is, I think, one of the main ones that sometimes the glitter spreads. I'm just adding a bit of water on to these to sort of activate it. I don't know what I'm using, so I know I'm not using the reds. I'm not using that yet. I just add a few drops on each. And now I am going to, oh dear, this is going to be difficult for me to choose as well, which ones are which colour. I think I will start with, oh, I need a wet brush. Let's get this sort of activated a bit more. I'm going to do sort of one that's behind. Oh yes, that's nice. Sorry, I love seeing the glitter just sort of spread on the page. I'm not very good with detailed little bits with a paintbrush though, I have to admit. I need to lift a bit of that off, but like I said, you can lift if you make a mistake, which I'm really happy about. So I'm just going to go along and do a few of these areas. A bit more like these back ones. I may keep some that aren't sparkly and may colour them in with my pencils. We will see. But I'm not bothered if my whole page sparkles. I've been colouring in the Yuri Mouse Sketchbook Advent Calendar, and I thought to start with, oh, I'm going to want to share this on Instagram when it's finished, but I'm not going to be able to. Like, a picture is not going to work because I've used these paints in the background, and whatever way I turn the page, it gives the most like shimmery shine glare that you can think of. And I thought, yeah, I'll show it in my completed pages, but I'm not going to be able to put that on Instagram, not one bit. So I'm just picking these randomly. Most of the time they're the ones that are like hidden behind a bit, because this is my darker blue. And on some of these I may go back and add a second coat. I haven't decided yet. I'm not. I like the watercolour effect on some pages where it's not super solid and contrasted and bold. Sometimes I like to see the flow. Right, I think that's all that I need that colour. I am going to add a bit more on that. Right, so next colour, I'm going to use my, I think this one's my favourite of these. It's the blue, lake blue. It's like a turquoisey colour, and I think I want to do this big, nice big, just look at that colour. I love those sorts of colours in colouring pencils as well though. I'm not good. It's okay if I go out the lines. I probably neaten it up a little bit with pencils or something anyway. I say I'm going to keep this nice and flowy, and then I'll end up doing something to it. Like I'll make a big mistake somewhere. Yeah, I just thought this page would be a lot easier if using watercolour. And so far I definitely think it is. It would take me forever to have done that background with pencils, because it is the illustrations are on both sides of this book. I couldn't do it with an alcohol marker or anything like that, so I am glad I thought of using watercolour. And I'm glad that I can actually use watercolour in colouring books, because I remember when I first started colouring, I would have never dreamed of using anything other than pencils, not even pens, because I know it sounds silly now, but I never thought like you could. And yeah, I was watching some YouTube videos. The first person that taught me that I could use acrylic paint in colouring books was Debbie from Colour Me Stress Free. She was one of the first people that I started to watch, and was really nice and helpful in like, she just sets herself free to do whatever in her colouring books, especially the Curvy Roseanne's ones, which I need to colour in more often, but they are so detailed and big. And I haven't coloured one of them in ages because I have so many whips, and I'm like, I'm not starting anything else in this book until I've finished the whips. And maybe I should just give myself a break and start something new that I want to colour, but I don't know. I don't feel like I can do that until they're coloured. So now I'm starting to go in with, is it Bluebird? Yes, Bluebird. This is sort of a blue, but it's got different colours in it. Like, you see it from one angle and it looks different. Just using that on a few places as well. Oh, I did just go way out of the line then. Let's clean that bit up. I do love that you can just clean it up so easily. Don't have to like get rubber out or paint over it or anything like that. Because with acrylic paint, if you run out of the line, it sort of leaves a mark on your page. Like, some of it just instantly gets sucked into the page and then you can't get it off. Run out a bit down there as well. Right, where else should I use this colour? This doesn't have much water on it. On here, this one. I was like holding my breath while I was painting that one, gosh. I do. Should I do that one the same as well? Because I did that one. No, I want that one to be different. This one in here. And just spreading it out. Same things don't have to be the same colour, right? A couple more over here. I find that because I like this colour, like the colours I like more, I want to put on the things that are showing more, but I've got to think, because I've got more colours to add. Right, that's enough for that one. I think I'm going to go in with one of these greens. I choose the one that I was sent wrong to start with, which is, I think, what is it, bronze gold. I don't know what they're called. I tried to look it up, and then I was looking through the colours, and they were the colours that I saw that I thought, oh, maybe that was the one that they sent me. But I do admit I got a little bit confused. Does anybody else like using these paints? Right, and now I think this one is good in that colour. And then I think we'll go in with that other green, because it just adds a bit of a different colour. Because my whole page isn't going to be blue, is it? It's going to have different colours in the characters. And I don't know what colour to do these down here yet. I haven't thought that far. That one I think would look better. A different colour. Let's do this one. Anybody watched any Christmas movies? I watched the other day, I put on my Amazon Prime, I put, what is it called? Your Christmas or Mine? Whilst I was colouring, I just needed something, and I thought about watching that before, because I keep seeing I kept seeing ads for it before, and now there's a second one out, and I'm like, do I now watch the second one? Because the first one was okay. It's not really a movie I would normally watch, but you know, when you just give something new a try, and yeah, I think it's worth watching once at the very least. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't, like I said, what I normally would watch, and I just dipped my in there, and now I don't know what to paint. I'll just put it on this one because I wasn't planning to do any more of that colour. Right, so next I'm going to go in with that lovely colour that I was supposed to be sent the first time round, and I want it on this guy. Do I want it on this? I want to be able to see the lines through it though. Although I may go over the lines with a white Posca. Haven't thought that far through yet, but such a pretty colour. They all are. Although, because I've already got that blue watercolour down, the colours are slightly different than what they would be if you did it on white. It's like if you were to use these on black paper or over any other colour, you are going to get a slightly different colour. Just leave them here. Little man. Having fun with this. I think I want this one, that colour as well. That's why I didn't do it the other colour a minute ago, because I thought, oh, that would look nice. That one on it. I don't know how shiny this is looking on the screen. From where I'm sitting, I'm seeing a little bit of shimmer, but not too much. But that's kind of a good thing when you're in the process of colouring it, because sometimes if you can see too much glitter, it can distract you from like where you're colouring. I don't know if that point got across how I wanted it to, but nevertheless. Like when I'm colouring this side of the page, I can see the glitter more than when I'm colouring that side, because the page has a slight lift to it because it's on this side. See, that don't make sense either, does it? And I'm going to do this in this colour because I think these look nice in this colour. I know it's all supposed to sort of be different types of seaweed, I think, but this one is the one that I would think deserves this colour most. Right, next colour. Ooh. What should I use? Should I? I'm going to put a bit of this silver blue on. Why not? Just make the whole sea sparkle. I've missed that bit on there. That is ridiculous. We'll go back to that bit after I've finished using this colour. Should I do that or should I not? I feel like I want that one pink. I don't know why, but this one can be this colour. Why not? Let's make them all sparkle. I was going to use some pencil on some of them, but I think I'll not. Fade that out at the top of it. That did get on there a bit too much. Right, now next one. I'll do it on this. Actually, that would look nice in a pinky colour as well. For this one. Like these sort of bobbly bits, I think I'll do pink, and then this one I'll just add this on. I say pink, I mean I think it's Ruby Charm colour. So I'll do that other one first. That bit that I missed. Like, how did I miss that? See, that looks so much more green because I didn't have as much of the blue on there. I haven't added water to Ruby Charm yet because I didn't think I'd be using the pink. But here I am. Because these look like heart shapes and I think they would be nice in this colour. Like I said, I might still go over those black lines with white. I don't know. It's just how I'm thinking at the moment. That might take a really long time. Although I did recently get two more Posca pens because I kept going in Hobbycraft because I was like, I don't want to just order Posca pens, I don't need anything else, and then you'll have to pay shipping or whatever. But my Hobbycraft that's near me, well, I say near, it kept having empty spaces for the white Posca pen, which for obvious reasons I can understand them selling out quite fast. And then they had a white one, but it was, you know, the really fine nib, and it's like that metal sort of nib to it, and I don't like those ones, because I had one of those as my first white Posca pen and it snapped on me and it was like a waste. So ever since then I've bought the size up, which is, oh, where is it? I don't even have it here. It's a good thing I don't want it right now, so I'd have to search for it. I think it's just in my drawer, but yeah, it's like the next nib size up, and it's just like a bullet nib, and I've never had a problem with those ones, so I stick to that size now. Like if I was to get any other colours, I wouldn't buy the metal size anymore. Right, and then I want some of that for this one. Ooh, that's a lot. Let me just spread some of that out. Don't know if that bit on the end was supposed to be part of the sleigh or this. So yeah, I picked up 2 white Posca pens. I saw them back in stock, but they still only had 2 there, so I think somebody else had been waiting for them to come in as well, because like all the other colours they had like 4 or 5 on each of the little hanger things, but the white one only had 2 there, and in that size anyway. And I was like, I'm just gonna buy 2. I use them all the time, then I've got a spare one, because the one that I'm using at the minute, I can tell that it's starting to run out. When I shake it, you can sort of tell, can't you? So I didn't want to be in in the middle of a page like this, for example, and it run out, and then I'd have to wait and wait and wait for. I'd probably end up ordering one at that point, but I'd still have to wait a few days for it to arrive. And yeah, that would probably put me off completing the page, having to wait. Do any of you sort of get backups? I think it's a common thing to do. But what do you like to have a backup of? Because as well, I also have backups of a few of my Polychromos pencils. Again, I pick them up when I'm in Hobbycraft. When I notice I'm getting low on some of the sort of paler skin tones, I pick those up, and most often colours I buy though are black and white, because I use them with all my pencil sets, because all my other sets, the black and white, aren't sort of replaceable. like you can't buy single blacks and whites in like your Castle Arts, and yeah, they're the pencils I use quite a lot when I'm like certain pages. I'm just like, yeah, Castle Arts for that, Castle Arts for that one as well. I like the Castle Arts and the Colour in Heaven books. I have a lot of them, so it makes sense that I use them a lot. So yeah, I have a black and a white with all of my pencil sets. That's from Polychromos, and then I have 2 blacks and 2 whites as spares at the moment as well. Why did I put more of this pink on? I think I might do it on balloon. Let me just add some more water to that because that was dried up quite a bit. This page is just going to sparkle everywhere. So I'm also thinking of adding a bit of stickles. I don't know about you, but when it's this time of year, I just have to have glitter. Have to have those sparkles. So every time I colour snow, I feel like I have to add the Mod Podge Extreme glitter on top, because I like it and it looks nice, and I think it looks more like snow, because when you get snow and it's like fresh and it's a certain time of day and the light hits it just right, you get that sort of frosty glisten that looks like glitter. It's really nice. Right, I have 1, 2, 3 bits left, so I'm just going to, I have the Cambridge blue here as well. I'm just going to put that on it, I think. A bit of water. Probably not gonna look much different than what it is because it's a very pale blue anyway, but it'll add the sparkly shine that the rest of them have. Right, was that all of the bits that pop up? I believe so. Right. I'm glad I added the greens and that pink because it's made it more colourful. And the red and green give it a bit of a Christmassiness as well. I don't know what I'm doing with these down here yet, so I'm going to leave it here for now. Well, for you again it'll be a few seconds, but for me it'll be another day because I have things to do, and then it'll be bed, and then yeah. So I hope you're enjoying this so far. Yeah, how is it? Oh, it is looking a bit shiny on the camera. When I stand up I can see it more. I definitely want to go over those lines though, because it's sort of merged in a bit, hasn't it? So yeah, I shall be back. Right, so I am back again, although for you only a couple of seconds as it goes. And now it is Saturday, tomorrow is Christmas Eve. I'm hoping to get this video up either tomorrow or, like, I suppose I can do it Christmas, so I just leave my phone with it sort of uploading or something, but I really want to finish this today, so I'm just going to get on with it. And I'm going to start by colouring all these fish in just random colours, I think, because I don't think they need to be any specific colour. I want to start off with like a pinky colour fish, I think. Pinky purple. Alright, so I've got my Faber-Castell Polychromos. Just sharpen them. Did not prepare at all. Oops. I'm dropping things now. Right. So I'm just going to give it a light shade of this all over. Oh, I should give this one a red nose because it's at the front. I know it's a fish, but that one's Rudolph. Right, and then I think you can have black spots. I knew that was going to happen. It always happens, doesn't it? I don't even feel like I'm pressing hard, but obviously it's hard enough. There's Rudolph, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. Oh, there's one extra. Now we're going to go in deeper with this on the fish's body and places. Oh, that's just going to happen with every pencil. Let's just face that fact. And then whiten these. Right, and then I'm going to just shade some areas of these parts. They are fins, so I don't want much. And then I'll blend it with the white. I'm just keeping these very simple. They're only small little guys. And that is one done. I think here the paper didn't like my pencil, so I'm just gonna. You've got to remember that you've used water on the paper already, but it is fully dry. Right, next fish. I want sort of this one to be like orangey browny colours. So I have burnt sienna and orange glaze. I'm going to give the whole fish an orange glaze. You do have to remember that you have a watercolour base, which is blue in this case, so colours are going to look slightly different than what they would on plain white paper. And then go in with the browns on this. in places it's finding it a little bit difficult for the colour to come out onto the paper. I'm thinking my castle arts probably would have worked better on this paper, but I just stick with it. And then I'm going to put a bit of black shadow in parts. And deepen up the orange. White. And that's another fish done. Next I will go for I think I'll go for a black and white striped fish. Why not? Probably should have made it so that bit in the middle was black. And then I'll just get the white on it. It's like a humbug. Right, the next fish I think needs to be pink. So I'm going to give it a pink. What colour stripes should I do? Well, those areas. Maybe I get that orange back. Put some orange in there. Deepen the pink up. Black in there. And the white. I am keeping these extremely simple, aren't I? At the same time, I'm not even used to colouring in illustrations that are like this. Like I said, I've only done a few of Lulu Mayos, so I'm used to doing people and more sort of semi-realistic type things. Yeah, I haven't done underwater other than mermaids, really. Alright, next fish. I think we need a blue fish. I have the Helio turquoise. I think those need to be black stripes. I know what sort of fish this is. I can't think of the name right now, but yeah, I'm not doing the right colours. I know that for a fact. I've got the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer song stuck in my head ever since I put that red nose. Can add a little bit of that colour in there, that fin. Yellowfish? Yellowfish. So what do I have now? Light cadmium yellow. I'm just literally looking at my pencils and just picking a random one. I'm not even thinking about it. This could turn slightly green, which isn't a bad thing. bubble or a fin. I think that's a bubble that I just covered. And when you do yellow, you've got to do black, don't you? The contrast. You're probably thinking these fish are looking a bit boring. I pressed down too hard on that then. Sometimes I forget that you've got to do light layers and build the colour up. You can probably tell I'm going a little bit faster than what I normally would because I want to get this done. So I'm probably going to make 100,000,001 mistakes. I don't want to muddy the yellow up though, but I want to add the black shadow. Then I have to, just lightly. I really do hope everybody's ready for Christmas now if you celebrate it, because else it is last minute. And oh my gosh, getting home from work yesterday took forever. Every single bus was running late by like at least 20 to 30 minutes. So I actually had to walk from where I work into the town centre to be able to get my bus that then takes me home, because there wasn't going to be a bus near where I work for like an hour after I finished work, because the traffic was so bad. Everything had, like throughout the day, slowly made more and more delays. And yeah, and then when I got into town I had to wait another half an hour for my bus, which that one was only 20 minutes late. But yeah, it was a nightmare. People everywhere. The schools had just finished as well, so kids everywhere. It was just madness. But I got home eventually. I just sat at a bus stop until a bus showed up. Like, I have two options for buses going home. One takes me right home and the other I have to walk a little bit after getting off. But I can get home. So I just waited for whatever showed up first. Alright, next fish. Redfish? Redfish. I have deep red. Little fishy. I do realise I just shoved my hand everywhere. Put those bits up. Do I want it to have black polka dots? It seems to be a running theme that it gets black. I feel like that one should have had black in it as well more. I might put like some lines. It looks a bit meh. See, that looks slightly better anyway. Even though it was only a little bit. This one's like a ladybird. We've got humbugs and ladybirds and Rudolph. I think I need to sharpen. My black is starting to get small, but I have spares, as I said. Oh dear. How long do you think it's going to be till this snaps? Oh, there we go. I'm just going to end up with loads of little pointy colours all over my table. I don't even know where that flew to. Right, and then shaded a little bit. Oh, that paper there is fragile. Yeah, next time I think I'll use my Castle Arts if I work in this book with watercolour at the very least anyway, because I think it's made the page a bit more fragile, and then the points from the polychromos are affecting it. It only seems to be when I use the black. I don't know. I will be getting my white Posca on these fish as well, for like little dots. I like adding dots. Alright, next fish. I think I need a different type of purple. So I have purple violet. This one already was sharpened for me, hence why I picked this one. Rudolph at the front was more of a pinky purple, so this is a sort of standard purple colour in my opinion. Right, deepen parts. I'm just basically doing whatever colour fish I want. Doesn't matter if they make sense or not, they're fish. They're not gonna all be the same colour, like they're not all gonna be gold or red or whatever. They're all gonna be different. I think I'll leave those stripy bits, not black. Oh, I need a white, not that. Right, next fish. And yes, I am getting a glittery hand, if anybody was wondering. It was inevitable because I did the glitter first. Right, these two fish, I just... I mean, I could have a green fish. That one kind of turned green, but I could have a different type of green. I've got here, what's it? Chromium green opaque. Let me just sharpen that bit. And I'm going to do this one. lights. Darken that up a bit. Oh, there we go. Nothing really here. Black lines seem fitting for this one. That was my air freshener. I don't know if I've already said, but I have a Christmassy spiced cinnamony apple scent in it at the minute, and every time it spritzes, it's Christmas. And then I think I'm going to colour the last fish red and white, like candy cane sort of feeling to it. So I need a red again. I'm actually going to go for a reddy pink. It's the Madder. So gonna want white, red, black, white, red, black, white, red. And then I'll add a slight redness to these as a shadow. I know it doesn't look like a candy cane because it does have those black bits in it anyway. But it'll do. Right, now I'm going to add my Posca pen to it. Oh my gosh, I still didn't get my Posca pen out from wherever that may be. Oh, there it is. Found it. So I'm going to do a dot by each of their eyes. That one can have two, that's a bigger fish. Bigger fish get 2 dots, little fish get 1. And then I'm just going to sort of speckle them. I don't know whether to go over the fins. No. I might do sort of like that, like the top. Go over the top of the fish. No, I'm just going to do that for these. He really is humbuggy. That's going to turn orange. They do on certain colours, don't they? Like reds and oranges. That did have one down there that I forgot about. One didn't there. Just white dots just add something that it needs. I do still need to deepen up very slightly the water in places, because there's not enough contrast there for me. But that will be the thing I do before I sort of finish. Still got loads of little characters to colour in as well. It's going to take forever. I don't know if I'm going to get it done today or not. Like I said, I hope so. That went really squiggly then. Going to draw some light sort of there, and then I'll get my red pencil and sort of lightly shade over that when that's dry, because I had to make that into Rudolph. Right, oh my gosh, there's so much to do. So it doesn't look like it, but there is. It's like I've got all these down here as well. I need to let that dry. And while that's drying, I'm going to go over the black lines of all this seaweed with the white Posca as well, and then let that dry as well. And then I will come back, because that's just going to be time consuming. And I'm literally gonna just go over black lines. That is it. So I'll be back in a bit. So once again, I am back again. I have to say I do much prefer this with the white outlining than the black outlining. I don't know, somehow I just really prefer it. So I need to carry on now. Still no idea how I'm going to colour these bits down here. So I think I'm going to focus on the sleigh now. And it might be a good idea for me to just zoom in on the sleigh a bit. If I can, let me just... That would probably be better, wouldn't it? There, that should hopefully be okay for you to see. So I'm just going to start colouring it. I'm going to do a red sleigh. I don't know, I just feel like the sleigh has to be red. I did take a break and like eat and stuff, so I even did some colouring on a different page that I'm working on, that I also want to get finished before sort of Christmas. because it is a Christmas page. Trying to think what reds to use. My favourite red is still this dark red, and then I have the deep scarlet red as well, so I'm just going to sharpen those. I don't know whether to do like some of the starfish. They're stars, but some of them are starfish. I don't know whether to do them like a gold or not. So I'm going to start with a light layer of this over this. I know that this could have been like brown for like a wood colour, but my brain is saying red sleigh because they're normally red, right? I haven't watched a Christmas movie with a sleigh in it for a while though. I don't know if I already mentioned this in the previous part or not, but I watched Jack Frost. I used to love watching that film. I have it on video, but I no longer have anything to play the videos on, but a part of me just can't like chuck it away, my videos. But yeah, I still have them, but it was on Amazon Prime, I believe. It's got to have been Amazon Prime. It's what I have at the moment. I used to have Now TV as well, but I decided to stop that until there is a program that I want to watch on it, because I used to have it for like Game of Thrones and shows like that are on the Sky channel, but it's also available on Now TV, and Now TV is cheaper. So why pay more for the same thing, right? But yeah, I had it for years when Game of Thrones was airing, and is it House of the Dragon? Yeah, I don't think I finished House of the Dragon though. I think I was waiting for like more to be released, because I get impatient sometimes waiting like a whole week for the release, and then I've got to wait another week. And then I just recall when I was watching it how long it takes them to bring a new season out, like if it's anything like Game of Thrones. And then I was like, I want to watch this one, there's another season out, so I can just like watch 2 seasons all at once. Because I think I only watched about 3 episodes of the first season. And I was enjoying it, don't get me wrong, but like I said, when I first started watching Game of Thrones, there was already a fair few seasons out, because I was like late to watching it. Well, for a start, I didn't have anywhere to watch it to start with, because I didn't have Sky. And then I got Now TV, and I think it was for the reason of watching Game of Thrones. But yeah, I first got a DVD box set of a few seasons of it, and that's how I watched it. But then by the time I had finished watching through all of them, a new season had been brought out, so that was good, which is why I'm like, I want to wait for more of those ones to be released. Right, so this here looks like it's the sleigh, and then obviously you've got the sleigh in here, and then that bit there is a sleigh. I don't know whether to do the inside red or gold. I think I'll do that gold. don't know now. Let me just finish the outer bit first and then I can decide as I'm going, can't I? So this inside bit, there's going to be a lot of shadowing. Just go in with my black, my teeny tiny black. It's got even smaller since even earlier because I was using it on that other page. But like I said, I have plenty of blacks to use. A shine, that bit, I don't know why, I just felt like it. And this area down here would be a slightly shadowed. Sometimes you don't realise how long all these little bits on a page take to colour. But it's worth it when it's done, isn't it? But like I said, I'm still working a bit faster than what I normally would. Because right now it's like, is it like 6 o'clock gone? Probably about 10 past 6 at the moment. I hate it because it gets so dark so early. It's okay when you're trying to relax, but when you want to be like actually doing stuff, you got to turn all the lights on at like 4 o'clock. It's literally, it can be like 3:30 and you think, oh, it's the sun's staying out a bit longer today, and then literally dead on 4 o'clock it's pitch black. It's like, where does the sun go so suddenly? Right, I think I'm ready for the red again. So I'll do this red again in the deepest parts, just blending the black out. And then I have that lighter red, which I will use for the rest of it. I don't know if this will stay looking shiny, it doesn't matter if it does. It's just fun to add that shine effect. I think I did see somebody colour this page before and I can't remember what it looked like. And I don't, like I think I said before, but I don't like to look up other people's colourings for a page until like after I've completed mine, because can influence it, and sometimes that makes me stop doing what I had planned because I'm like, oh, that looks nice, I want to do that too. And then it's like, there's nothing wrong with like colouring things like how other people have, but at the same time I want to colour things the way I do it. And if we so happen to have parts that are the same, then so be it. I like it when that happens. Like that recently happened on a Colour in Heaven page. Like I was in the process of colouring it and somebody else had posted it, and then we had both done like the same, like a few parts the same colours. So that's kind of funny but kind of creepy at the same time. Right, and now I'm going to go on with my lighter red, which is a deep scarlet red. Yes, I had to double check that then. Oh, there goes a lead again. I'm good at that, aren't I? Snapping them. Just going to give it that proper red. I am pressing a bit harder though, if I'm honest. Like I said, I want this page done for Christmas, and I'm busy tomorrow, so it has to be today, because then it's Christmas after that. Oof, Christmas already. I swear this last week has gone so fast. Put a bit in there. I still have all these little guys in between the seaweed to colour. And the people inside the sleigh. Oh my gosh. If I don't get this done today, I'll have to just post it like Boxing Day or something. Or just that bit of time in between Christmas and New Year. I really want it done for Christmas because it's a Christmas page. Are people going to want to watch it after Christmas? They'll be all Christmased out. Oh wow. If people watch, they watch. I suppose it's the same if I post it now anyway. People are probably going to be too busy until after Christmas to be watching YouTube anyway. Alright, I think that's a good amount of red for the sleigh. I'll probably go around these heart balloons as well with the white Posca pen. It just seems like something I would do. Alright, so I'm just going to go in and do that gold. Yep, gold it is. Trying to think what yellow do I normally use. I think it's the light yellow ochre. I'm just gonna, but then it's blue in here, isn't it? So they're gonna look green. I'll work it out. Some light, and then I'm gonna just take this orange glaze. Ooh yeah, an orange gold would look better. And then I'm just gonna deepen the corners up a minute. some of the outside as well. But the corners would definitely be a bit deeper, I believe. And that bit's going to be the shiny bit right there. And then we can sort of add some shine areas. Don't know if this all makes sense or even look okay, but very well. Right, and then I'm going to have a bright yellow, which is light chrome yellow. And that should look a bit more yellow than that other bit. I'm not bothered about the shapes of the stars in this. I just want it all to sort of look golden. And now some black shadowed areas. You can't make black without, you can't make black without gold. You can't make gold without black and white. Sometimes I worry about my brain, what it spits out in the wrong order. This is only a fun page anyway. I think it's going okay. So far so good is probably the right way of putting it. Right, now I do need white, but I think one more yellow. What was it, like cadmium yellow, was it? Just make those white areas a bit. Because I'm going to add the white with a Posca pen anyway. I might actually just, and then take my white into those areas, but then finish it off with the Posca. So I'm going to do that now. I don't really know how I'm going to do it. Just give it a shiny sort of this bit is like, do I just keep some dots in, so it like becomes my specialty dots, white Posca dots, just when in doubt, Posca dots. And it looks It looks shiny, which is what I wanted, so that will do. Right, next. Check to see if I'm recording. Yep, and I did just shake it a lot. Right, let me just move it down a little bit. That Posca has to dry, but I think I'll still be able to colour those inside the sleigh. Sorry, just had a bit of my drink. Have a vanilla milkshake. And oh my gosh, I've missed some of the sleigh. Oh, typical. Luckily the colours are still here. So it was... I didn't even think to look in between the characters, did I? Right, before I carry on, is that the only bit? I think so. Oh dear. There's always a part, isn't there? Always a part. What does he have on his head? Oh, that was quickly fixed. Luckily it was only a small part, although that does look a bit bright. There we go. Right. I'm going to do like a brownie tan colour sack. So I'm going to get out my, what's it called, burnt ochre. I used to use this colour all the time for skin, until I realised I can use whatever colours I want. I thought, oh, this is a perfect colour for skin. I still use it, just in with a load of other colours as well. Is that just floating on the edge there? Like it's... I'm going to do it as this bit behind here as well, but it's like not inside, unless this little octopus from Finding Nemo is carrying it somehow. I just find this little guy cute. Right, black for a bit of shading. And then I will blend it. I just ordered myself a Christmas gift. I ordered myself a Nintendo Switch, which I've been wanting for quite a while. Like I used to love like my Nintendo DS and my Game Boy like years ago, and like when you have games on your phone and that now, it just takes up all the space, and I'm like, I need to get a proper console with games. And I'm like, but I like to chill out and play games, so I don't want to be plonked in front of the TV necessarily. So I thought a Nintendo Switch would be probably the best option, plus it has Pokemon, so that was like my game of choice back then. But I've also, it comes with a free game, So I'll have Pokemon and Spyro, which I used to love that game as well. I could either choose Spyro or Minecraft, which I have no interest in, sorry, it was the Super Mario Smash Bros, but again, I used to play like Super Mario, but it's not my game of choice really. I think this present needs to be purple. I think I just had this purple from when I did that fish. It's the purple violet. Just looks so pretty. And black. I'm trying not to sharpen this black because I always break the point anyway. But sometimes it makes it difficult to actually get the colour out, you know, when you don't have the point. And why is it a black ribbon? I might have to change that to white, but then the white would blend in as well. I'll leave it. Just random commentary from my brain then. Yeah, so I doubt the Nintendo Switch will come anytime soon, as it's like Christmas now. It does say 3 to 7 working days, but like working days isn't until after Christmas now, so. But I knew that when I ordered it anyway. I just thought may as well order it while they've got an offer on, and yeah, I did have a look in the shops as well, just to make sure they didn't have any better offers and stuff like that. But they actually didn't have the offer that I bought in store. They only had that online. So that was good, because in the shop I only saw the offer for the Super Mario game. And I did look around as well, because I actually bought my Pokemon game from a different shop, because I had a voucher, so I didn't really spend any money on that. And yeah, I'm a bit excited about getting that, like Christmas present to myself, because I would never expect anything like that from anybody else. It's too expensive. Like, I saved up a couple of months to even think about buying it. I was going to wait until like January sales to see, but whenever it's something I want, it never seems to go in the sale anyway. So I thought I'll just get it while I've got the money saved there. Made sense to me. And you're never too old to be playing games. Never too old. It's another way to relieve like stress and that. And once you have it, you don't tend to spend as much money on it, because you already have it. You only then have to buy a game every now and again, but I'm the type of person who can play the same game and slowly go through it. I don't have to rush to complete the game. I know people that literally have to get the game and complete it within a week. I'm like, is that how they live life, just rushing through it? I like to stop and sort of admire the game, if that makes sense. Like the Pokemon game, I like to make sure I have my Pokemon trained up enough before moving on to like the next part. Else then you get stuck, don't you? but I like to take my time in training as well. Although I've not played this Pokemon game before, so who knows what the layout's gonna be like. I'm looking forward to it. It did sound a bit different to what I was used to, but then again, like I said, I haven't played a Pokemon game since I had my Nintendo DS. So that was a long time ago. That's like 10-15 years. Wow, that makes you feel old, doesn't it? But not as old as if I said my Game Boy, because that's even longer. I'm gonna give him nice rosy cheeks. I'm gonna do little cheeks on this thing as well. And this one's going to be that pinky purple colour, so I'm going to, oh maybe I shouldn't have done the present purple. It's not going to be too much of a different colour than this little girl. This one's female, that one's male. It's just in my head. And then obviously you've got Santa and Mrs. Claus. And then little baby. Alright, I need a purple, but I'm going to not use that purple. I'm going to use crimson. Yes, crimson. Because then at least it'll be different than that one. I'm only going to do it sort of then I'll blend the two colours with the white. Little cheeky things here. And then the white. Don't want to do this bold, I want to keep her quite pale. I'm probably shaking the table. I do apologise because when I shake the table it shakes the camera. And I feel like I have to do the dots in the eyes. So cute. Right, now for his little hat. It has to be a colour that there isn't right next to it. Green? Green it is. I'll use a green that I haven't used yet. So I've just randomly picked out phthalo green. And I'm just literally going to do that block colour like that. And that will be that. And I'm just going to do this present that colour as well. It's a pretty colour. But with the present I will get the shading on it a little bit. Why have I done the shading that side? I don't know. This is going well though. Because I know the seals are going to be... Are they seals or walruses? No, seal. Yeah, seals. I'm not great at knowing what sea creatures are. Alright, so now they need just shading. They've got the blue in from the watercolour. So I'm just going to get my black, lightly shade a bit of that in. gently. And then get my white, and hopefully that'll be okay. I'm hoping. Just smush it. Smush, smush, smush. Yeah, I think that'll do, and then I'll just add white on the teeth, some dots in the eyes. I might actually get a blue. This one isn't sharp, so this one was perfect. What is it? Sky blue. And just add a hint of that in to him. And then on the female one, I might add a hint of pink, or I might just do it blue as well. Because I feel like that blue that was already there was a bit patchy. It's patchy in the background, that's okay, but having it on the seal didn't seem right. Right, so now I am just going to do the other one. I'll try to get shading where I feel like it would be, but I have no idea. Like, you'd have shading around where the present is and down here, but that bit would be quite highlighted. That bit's got quite a lot going on. Maybe that bit under the arm, a little bit on the arm. I say arm, but they're not arms, are they? Might have to add a bit of pink in the cheeks, just to show that this one is female, because I'm just doing them blue. Right, and then blue. And then the white, just to smoosh it. Still want to smush it, even though I've used a blue. I just used it in a different order than what I did on the other one, on Santa Seal. And I've just noticed that, and she's sitting on like a sack of presents or a present of some sort, and then she's holding a present, and then you've got the flowers back there as well. First of all, dot. And I feel like I want to do a dot on the nose. I don't know. Oh, I forgot the little baby one. Black. How can I forget the little baby one? Let go of me. Right, full of presents. Pink present that she's sat on, what do you think? Or maybe like this, Pompeian red. I just need to sharpen that a little bit. It's red, but it's a different red. And I'm going to add pink into it. A bright pink, which is light purple pink, which to me looks like fluorescent, bright sort of Barbie pink. Right. And then I'm just going to leave those polka dots white, but I'm going to do it with the Posca just to make them white again because of the blue watercolour. And I should add some shading on that, shouldn't I? No, I've got to try not to hit the Posca pen with great difficulty. That should actually be on the Posca pen as well. Oh well. Right, last present. First of all, I'm going to do this bit here, just yellow. And white to sort of blend it. I am not fussed about that flowers at all. Although I do want a brown. I have nougat. Just to add a little bit of shade in because it's me. And then I'm going to need a green. I'm just going to take pine green. And what do we think these flowers are? They could be any colour, right? I'm going to do this top one red because, I don't know, it's reminding me of a tulip. And then I would do a pink one. And may as well just do it purple. I've already got the purple there from earlier. And then I'm just going to don't know, I feel like I need white outlines on certain things on this page because it's underwater. Oh no, that little present again, still haven't done that. Should I just keep it blue? Is that darker blue? Sort of make that up. Right, that is like the sleigh people done. I feel like this needs freckles for some reason. Makes no sense, right? But sort of freckly. Next, while I'm here with my Posca, I am just going to put a white outline around these balloons and do the famous sort of line dot. Anybody else add those when they do balloons? They can have black strings though, that's fine. I think it neatens up the watercolour as well because I wasn't careful when I was using it. Right, next I have all those little... Oh, I'm dropping pencils. Not good. Right, let me just pause while I zoom out and stuff. I did kind of forget to press record. I just did his little nose with a little red Posca pen. Let me just hold that up because I did just adjust. So I did add the red glow sort of by his nose. I thought that was really cute. Right, so I now have only got to do is the white Posca on all the bubbles, all these little characters, and this at the bottom. It's a bit at the bottom that I have no idea. So I'm going to colour all the little people. Is this straight? Yes. Right. So I don't know how I'm going to colour them either. So I'm going to start with the squiddy looking octopusy type characters, and I'm just going to go on those with this pink, which was that light purple pink. Yeah, I don't need to do a million different colours for all these characters, right? And this little one over here can be pink. That one's cute though, isn't it? Any more? No, that is the pink one, so I'm just going to blend with the white. And that will be those characters done. I'm still trying to think about that bottom bit. This little, I don't know, looks a bit like a water Teletubby. That can be, I'm just going with sort of colour that I've already got out. Okay, this phthalo green, I really like that colour. Does look like a Teletubby or one of those bouncy things you sit on. Either way, it looks cute. On the white. Right, now this is a fluffy underwater Teletubby. That one can be orange. But I'm going to do the face bright orange and this bit bright orange. And then the fluff's going to be white. So I'm just going to get my black and shade it a little bit. And then my white Posca. Do a little white in the eyes. I can just have white eyes. I can just have the I feel like that needs to be I may need to do those eyes black again, they look strange. And then this one over here, I got the madder. Try not to put my hand, because this is like the mushroom character. Is it a mushroom character that you see in some of the books? Right? Am I thinking of the right thing here? I don't know. What colour should the body be? A different red? But I've already got red quite nearby. Let's do it this sort of skin colour, can't I? Doesn't matter. Looks suspicious anyway. Like he's hiding. Hiding to get a look at Santa. He'll be put on the naughty list for that, won't he? He's supposed to be sleeping when Santa's coming. Go on that hat a bit darker, I think. And then I'm going to put polka dots on it. Like that. Make the eyes a bit white again. Right, now I've got the seahorse unicorns. With the fluffy bits, I will just do the fluff white. But what colour should I do them? And should I do them all the same colour? You see, because of everything else is blue, I'm sort of not picking blue, where I probably normally would. I think one of them needs to be yellow. But like I said, the yellow turns quite green. I will do this one yellow anyway. It's okay. And I'll do it lightly on the tummy. Why don't I just put them? Wipe that out. Do a little bit of shading. Oh, just one moment. The Hoover is on. I hope you can't hear that, but if you can, I do apologise. I just paused it a moment while the Hoover was starting because it was nearer, but now it's further away, so hopefully you can hear. Right, I do like that. Shading. And then just a little bit of black for the shadows on the fluff. Is that fluff? Oh no, that's a fin. It's only because there's more than one of them on here though that I even can see that's what that is. Right. What colour am I doing the horns? Because I think I'm going to do all the unicorn seahorses this colour because it's actually turned out quite nice. And I can't be bothered to think of other colour combinations if I'm honest. Right, So go over the fluff. Doesn't have to be exact. Do some speckles on the belly area, I think. For now I'm going to do the unicorn horn white, but I'll probably use a different colour Posca pen and go over those. So I hope you don't mind, but I am going to go off of camera and finish these seahorses, go around all the bubbles, and I need to think of what I'm doing with these. So I hope you don't mind that I'll colour the rest off of camera. Like I said, it's only a little bit. I think I'm just going to do these pink, like different shades of pink. And I'm not doing anything else to the background, so I'll just come back to show you the finished result. Just to sort of speed it up, because then I can just not have to talk and everything and just get it done, and then it's done for today and I don't have to worry about it anymore. So I shall see you in a moment. So I have completed the page. As you can see, down here I have used, where it's light pink, light peach and purple, that is just Posca pens, and then I've just used my polychromos, and I decided to go with sort of limey yellow green sea unicorns with with pink Posca horns with polka dots on, and it's very shiny everywhere, so really happy with that. And I actually got it finished for Christmas. Yay! Hopefully this will get up either today or Christmas Day, but hopefully today. Yeah, so thank you for joining me on my colouring quest. Until next time, I hope everybody has a good Christmas, and there might be another video before New Year, but in case I don't, have a good New Year as well. Take care. Goodbye.